Hey Joe fans, I'm JoeFan82 and I want to apologize to you all, especially you subscribers. I had planned on doing a lot of content in the month of July and obviously that didn't happen. I only had 2 videos, one of which was supposed to come out in June. So I'm sorry about that. It was just a case of my work life and my personal life kind of colliding at the same time. Everything was really busy. So I decided now would be a good time to show my collection room where I have all of my stuff. I saw Hooded Cobra Commander 788 recently did the same thing, and it's been a while since I've done it. So this is the room. We've been at this house for a little over a year now, and the room where my collection is a converted garage. So I live in South Florida and it's a trend here, I guess, for people to convert their garage into another interior living space. I don't know if that's the case in other parts of the country. So we've got one section of the room has my stuff in it, and then the other has some of my wife's stuff, and then we've got a little gym area and then laundry area. So I'm just gonna kind of show you around, and so behind me you'll see we've got some pictures here. Let me see if I can switch this around. So this is the door to come in, and we've got some superhero pictures over here. These are wooden pictures. So Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, and then if you go along this wall, we've got a couple prints by Greg Horn. I got these signed by him at a local convention. I got X-Men there and Galactus, and then I don't know if you can see, he's a bunch of superheroes that are in scale with Galactus. They're kind of small, but they're all around him. So pretty cool picture. And then coming out, we've got the Incredible Hulk movie poster. A friend gave this to me a long time ago, and I still have it. Pretty cool poster. And then another print by Greg Horn, Batman. And below that is a bunch of my kids' stuff, kids' toys. So that's taking up a good amount of space right now. And as we turn around, here is the G.I. Joe / other stuff section of the room. So nice wide shot there. And I'll kind of zoom in over here. Up there we've got a poster from 3djoes.com. You might have seen it in my other videos. Really like the artwork. Then on the top of these cases are some vehicles. The Eaglehawk, Ninja Force Zartan, Stealth Sky Striker, Transformer snuck in here, Hot Rod, Power of the Primes, Hot Rod, Rodimus Prime, and this figure is from Boss Fight Studio. Is the Knight of Accord, and really nice figure. And these 2 cases house most of my modern G.I. Joe collection. These are Detolf cases from IKEA. And the figures in here are semi-organized, I guess. They're kind of mixed together with the different eras. So in the front here we've got kind of the core group of recognizable characters, and then moving back we've got some of the sublines. There's Tiger Force and some of the other figures mixed in. Quinn is over there. So eventually I'm gonna try to get these organized by having like all of 25th anniversary together, then maybe the sub teams all together, 50th anniversary. So I'll be working on that. And this one is all G.I. Joe. Coming down, we've got some of the Final 12, some FSS figures, 50th anniversary, Rise of Cobra. So it's kind of mixed up a little bit. And then down here is the vintage APC in pretty good condition. Carded 25th anniversary Storm Shadow back there. Now there's there's the bottom of the shelf is below this, but I don't want to show what's down there because that's some stuff I haven't reviewed yet for the channel. So I'll keep that to myself. And over here is the Cobra section. This is all Cobra all the time. So on the top are the main leaders of Cobra, except for that Snow Serpent back there. I got to move him. And just kind of randomly placed here. These are the Python Patrol Joe-Con exclusive figures, 3 of them. There were a lot more than that, but that's what I have so far. Coils O'Doom. And that's not a bush behind him, that's the Jungle Viper. And down on the next shelf, another mixed bag of stuff. These are kind of all... So you can see where I've sort of started to organize. There's Fireflies are together, Storm Shadows are together, 2 of the Bats are together. And then, for some reason, I've got another Boss Fight Studio figure stuck in there. And then below that are some vehicles. His tank, Stinger, Basilisk. Down here we've got the vintage Thunder Machine. And this is a boat from, I believe it's PTE. So those are most of my modern figures, and we'll move over to this next shelf. And this is a pretty small, compared to others, Transformers collection. These are all modern figures. I don't have anything vintage. Power of the Primes Grimlock, Slag or Slug, Power of the Primes Optimus Prime. And of course, when I have to name him, my mind goes on a blank. Ultra Magnus, Shockwave, Galactus, Galvatron, Soundwave, Sky Shadow, and for some reason I put this Dragon Ball Z figure here. He looked kind of cool. I never had any of the other ones. I thought I'd give him a shot. So here he is with his blue hair. Coming down, I'm planning on reviewing this at some point. This is a 1/18th scale motorcycle that I think will look pretty good with the Dreadnoks. And we've got some, these are all my collected editions of G.I. Joe. Volume 2 is in the other room. But I have volumes 1, 2, and 3 of the complete collection by IDW, and then Mark Bellomo's Ultimate Guide volume, their 2nd edition, and then a couple comic collections there. And this is the footlocker that houses the vintage Impel cards, G.I. Joe cards. This is a fake spider, it's not real. Down below that are some other comics. I'm a big fan of comics, although I don't really read a lot now. I just don't have the time or the money to spend on everything. So this is a DC shelf, DC Comics. I've got a couple G.I. Joe figures up there waiting to get reviewed. So I'm not going to go through all of these titles, but you can kind of see what I've got there. I just want to point out Crisis on Infinite Earths with one of my favorite artists, George Perez. I met him at a local con. Really nice guy. And then down below that is Marvel shelf. Marvel Comics. And then some other random stuff there. And then over here is my main desk. Got the computer, and oh, let me do the pictures up here first. That's a Transformers metal picture that I hung up there. Another print by Greg Horn, G.I. Joe. And then a print by Scott West. He made this print for the 35th anniversary of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. And the top shelf of the desk is a little bit of a sort of an action scene, I guess. You've got Cobra on this side. And this helicopter is a True Heroes helicopter. It's pretty nice. Tombstone, Rise of Cobra Destro. A couple more Boss Fight Studio figures, Medusa and Berserker. And some zombies. Blowtorch is using his flamethrower to fight the zombies. Got the tower. Another vehicle, I believe this was also by PTE, I think. Duke up there. Iron Man, I don't know. He's just came in for support, I guess. Recondo, Spirit, Chuckles, Salvo, Tripwire, and some accessories that came with some different stuff. Some nice looking crates here that open up. The top comes off of this. So that's nice. And moving down, we've got sort of another mixture here. We've got a Kotobukiya Captain America artifact statue. Then from Thor Ragnarok, the 1/18 scale Hulk and Thor. And that's a Marvel Superhero Salt and Pepper Shaker set back there. First appearance Wolverine. And then a couple more Boss Fight Studio figures. This is Achilles and the Coral Snake Gorgon. I highly recommend checking out Boss Fight if you have not already. They are very high quality figures. And speaking of Boss Fight, another one. So these were in their Greek series, and this guy is Felonius from the Fantasy series. So you can see this accessory is the book with this flame coming out of it, like a magic flame. I'll fix that later. So, Dodge Challenger, my favorite car. Hope to get one for real one day. Until then, I'll settle on this one. We've got this Megatron that was on clearance at Target. It was, I think, $15, so I said, well, why not? I'll give it a shot. So, from the last night, another Boss Fight Studio figure, a demon. It's actually two demons. It comes with an alternate head, so you have two figures in one. Cobra Wolf, Ice Viper. Then over here we have, this is the sole items in my He-Man collection. We've got a Filmation, He-Man, and Skeletor, and Loyal Subjects Trapjaw. He-Man was really my first action figure as a kid, and I don't know what happened to all of them. I have a feeling they were given away to somebody else, another kid. But yeah, so I've got these two. These are really nice. It looks like they walked off the screen of the animated series. So yeah, those were by Super 7. And then this shelf over here, got the vintage Techno Viper, which I used recently in a review. I've got to move him back over to where I have my vintage figures. Arctic Dr. Mindbender, and a Roadblock mini bust, and a vintage Star Brigade Invader vehicle, mint in box. This is courtesy of Joe Motion Videos 82. I won this in a drawing he had, so shout out to him. Then moving down, we've got some Transformers tins I got from Hobby Lobby. There's Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, and I think you can see it here on the camera. If the light hits it, it reflects off the grid pattern on the back, and it has a really cool effect. Then up over here, we've got this sort of a battle damaged playset got from Big Lots, and this has a mixture of Marvel superheroes. There's a Batman up on the top there, and Animal Warriors of the Kingdom are represented here, and some Leonard the Core. Moving down, we've got some more Kotobukiya artifact statues. These are the DC Comics, from DC Comics, Lex Luthor, Cyborg, Superman, and Green Lantern. And moving down to some books, some Star Trek books. I'm a bit of a Trekkie, and a couple Star Wars books. Some mint in box items that have yet to be opened, and there's some more stuff back there yet to be opened and reviewed, and some more stuff down there that I won't show you just yet. And over here are my Eaglemoss figurines. These are lead figurines made by the company Eaglemoss, and we've got some DC figures over here, and then Marvel over there. And then this is where everything kind of gets all junky. I'm not gonna, it's a little bit embarrassing. I'm not gonna show you the floor over here. So that is really the extent of the collection. And then the rest of the room is got a treadmill, some exercise equipment, TV up there, Captain America poster, and then my wife's stuff is on the other side of that partition, and then laundry room, mirror, closet, and back where we began. So that's it. That's my collection room. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to have hopefully some more reviews coming up soon. So that's going to wrap up this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.